Good morning and welcome to the 2021 Innovation and Excellence Awards. Hi, I'm Kurt Frank. I'm President and Executive Editor of The Blade, and we're delighted you're here. It is with great pleasure that The Blade, along with the Greater Toledo Community Foundation, presents this virtual event to honor the many nonprofit organizations in our area and region for their outstanding work. The people we honor today reflect just what the award is about. Even more importantly, they care deeply about the community and those who live here. These awards would not be possible without the many contributions of the Greater Toledo Community Foundation. The foundation began in the 1970s because its founders cared about the future of Toledo. Today, the foundation continues to care deeply about our city and our region. Congratulations to our nominees. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you Keith Burwell, President of the Greater Toledo Community Foundation.
Thank you, Kurt, and good morning. I'm Keith Burwell, President of the Greater Toledo Community Foundation. Welcome to everyone gathered here virtually today, and thank you for joining us for the Northwest Ohio Nonprofit Innovation and Excellence Awards ceremonies. As this date was approaching, like many of you, we were monitoring guidance from the CDC and the Lucas County Health Department regarding COVID-19 protocols. Masking, no masking, indoor gathering restrictions, substantial transmissions, and regardless of vaccination, out of an abundance of caution, we had to move this event to a virtual event. Thank you for attending today. We have so much to celebrate. These past 2 years have been a challenge to all of us, and we think it's especially important now to acknowledge the work that you, our local nonprofit organizations, do every day. The role you play is so vital to the success of our community, and we are appreciated. Honored here today or not, thank you all for working together to meet the critical needs of our community. It's important that we thank our sponsors as well today for their continued support of this event. First, to the Blade for partnering with us to recognize innovation and excellence of nonprofits in our community for now 11 years. And to the Andersons, 13 ABC, Buckeye Broadband, and the Center for Nonprofit Resources, all of whom had a role in making today's celebration possible. We'd also like to thank our judges who reviewed the nominations for today's awards and for their time and effort in making the critical and tough decisions. Judges included representatives from the Andersons, the Blade, Greater Toledo Community Foundation, and past recipients. And let's get the show on the road. And to do just that, I'd like to welcome back Sasham Bray of 13 ABC, who has graciously worked with us for 11 years to announce these awards.
Good morning. I'm Sasham Bray, and I am happy to welcome you to the 11th Annual Northwest Ohio Innovation and Excellence Awards. I'm honored to be with you to celebrate the nonprofit organizations in our area that exhibit the best in innovation and excellence. In 2011, Greater Toledo Community Foundation and The Blade, in partnership with the Center for Nonprofit Resources, brought the Innovation and Excellence Awards to Toledo. And since that time, tens of thousands of dollars have been awarded to nonprofit organizations in recognition of their excellence in service and projects and programs that demonstrate an innovative and effective response to community challenges. This money has helped in immeasurable ways, making our community stronger as a result. More than 3,500 nonprofit organizations are operating in our area, bringing help and hope to people in all walks of life. Today, the three winning organizations will each receive a $5,000 unrestricted grant from Greater Toledo Community Foundation, a $1,000 grant from the Andersons, a half-page full-color ad in The Blade, and a one-of-a-kind glass art award created by Sean Messenger. Let's get on with the awards. Our first award is for nonprofit excellence in a small organization. And by small, we mean any organization that has an annual budget of $500,000 or less. Our winner in this category is Friends of Ottawa National Wildlife Refuge. The Ottawa National Wildlife Refuge has existed to support conservation in the Lake Erie marshes at Ohio's only National Wildlife Refuge complex. This group of volunteers has worked tirelessly to support projects, create a nature store, and also launch and build membership in the organization. They recently secured EPA funding to restore 40 acres to native habitats, work that'll be completed later this year. Youth services, also a very big part of their efforts, and their work supported more than 344,000 visits to the refuge in 2019, including 5,500 trips for students interested in environmental education programs. Friends of Ottawa National Wildlife Refuge also supports 7 to 10 internships each year to focus on career development for students interested in pursuing a career in natural resources. For this outstanding work, Friends of Ottawa National Wildlife Refuge is the winner of the Nonprofit Excellence in a Small Organization Award this year.
Hi, I'm Amy Arndt, Executive Director for Friends of Ottawa National Wildlife Refuge, and I'm joined today with Pete Schwager, our Board President.
Thank you, Amy. It's my pleasure to accept the 2021 Northwest Ohio Nonprofit Innovation and Excellence Award, sponsored by the Andersons, the Blade, and the Greater Toledo Community Foundation. Friends of Ottawa National Wildlife Refuge has served the Northwest Ohio community on Ottawa National Wildlife Refuge for nearly 25 years. Our priorities are to support youth development programs throughout Lucas and Ottawa counties, to increase public access throughout the refuge properties, and to increase the size of the refuge through land acquisition. Each property that we obtain for the refuge is one more that will be restored back to its original purpose, a wetlands buffer for Lake Erie, or the Black Swamp's original design, if you will. Thanks to the foundation built by our board, staff, and our dedicated volunteers and donors, our organization has been successful in continuing our work on the refuge throughout this pandemic. One of our biggest success stories over the last 18 months came from a huge financial challenge we faced when our main revenue stream, the Rookery Nature Store, had to be closed due to the pandemic. With the board's solid financial planning and the support of our community, we were able to start 2021 with a 16.5-acre land purchase, continuing our support for the Ottawa National Wildlife Refuge. Through partnerships with local governments and other nonprofit organizations like the Lions, Rotary Club, and various chambers of commerce in our area, we continue creating a positive impact on Ottawa National Wildlife Refuge for future generations. On behalf of our Executive Director, Amy, and the Board of Directors, I want to thank the Andersons, the Blade, and the Greater Toledo Community Foundation for this award and the recognition of our success through these challenging times. As an FYI, our Nature Rookery Store is now online. Thank you.
Congratulations to Ottawa National Wildlife Refuge. Now, let's take a look at the finalists for Nonprofit Excellence in a Large Organization, which is defined as one that has an annual budget of more than $500,000 per year. Our first finalist, that is the Arts Commission of Greater Toledo. Its Inspiring a Vibrant Toledo program works hard to make sure donors feel informed and invested. Their programming is focused on employing and funding artists, enhancing public spaces through art, and creating safe and self-guided arts and cultural experiences for the community. For all of its remarkable efforts, the Arts Commission of Greater Toledo is a finalist for the Nonprofit Excellence in a Large Organization Award. Our next finalist believes it is their responsibility to positively impact children's futures. At Toledo Day Nursery, children develop positive relationships and enjoy learning experiences that encourage them to think. They encourage the development of each child's belief in his or herself. Children are taught to trust and to demonstrate tolerance and compassion for one another. For its outstanding work in child development, the Toledo Day Nursery is a finalist. And our last finalist provides hope and support to cancer patients, survivors, and those closest to them. All programs and services of the Victory Center are available free of charge to men, women, and children in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. Since 1996, the Victory Center has reached out to cancer patients and their families to provide love, support, compassion, hope, and laughter. Our last finalist for nonprofit excellence in a large organization is the Victory Center. And now, this year's recipient of the Excellence in a Large Nonprofit Organization Award is the Victory Center.
Hi, I'm Diane Barnt, the Executive Director of the Victory Center. It is a thrill and an honor to receive this award. Thank you. There are so many worthy nonprofits doing amazing work in the community, so to be recognized in this way is truly humbling. Thank you. It's been an incredible year for the Victory Center. It's our 25th anniversary. And then after 25 years of leasing buildings, we were able to buy our very own forever home this summer. This new building provides 60% more space, as well as beautiful outdoor space that is soon going to be a serenity garden. We couldn't be happier or more grateful for the community support for this, making this possible. So how did this little local grassroots organization grow to the point where we could provide 11,000 services in a year? Well, the answer is simple. It's the people. The Victory Center is successful because we have an amazing core of staff members, volunteers, therapists, and board members who are passionate, thoughtful, hardworking, and dedicated to helping us achieve the vision of no one facing the cancer journey alone. First and foremost, this award belongs to my staff. I only wish we were in person so we could be properly recognizing them. Lori Naus is our volunteer administrative assistant. She's the face of our Toledo office, and we couldn't do it without her. The face of our Perrysburg satellite location is Sandy Witt, who manages also our wig bank and our volunteers, and she does it all with a smile. Our office manager, Chelsea Saker, who has a zest for life and brings a lot of fun to our little posse while she takes care of all the little details of running an office. Lisa Marquette is our program director. She's done an amazing job coming up with new and innovative programs over the last year. Our major gifts manager, Jackie Cummins, who helped make this new building possible and is an incredible storyteller who has graciously shared her own cancer journey with so many. And finally, our newest staff member, Kimberly Newman, who organizes all of our special events, including our uber successful Over the Edge event, where yes, we do rappel down the side of a building. These women are the reason the Victory Center is what it is. I could not be more grateful for or proud of these women. I also want to recognize the 100 plus volunteers and therapists who help us accomplish all that we do. Some of them conduct yoga classes or teach art therapy. Others stuff envelopes, or they're massage therapists or reflexologists. All of them, though, come to the Victory Center because they believe passionately about helping cancer patients through this journey. And then there's our board of directors, led by our current president, Brian Hahn. Our board is comprised of professionals all across the area who all have one thing in common: a devout belief in what the Victory Center does, and I am blessed to work for each of them. But finally, my biggest thank you is for the survivors that we serve. Male, female, young, old, with every cancer diagnosis imaginable. These incredibly strong individuals trust us to help them through their most vulnerable times. Sometimes they come to us for a little pampering or to be understood. Others come to us angry at their diagnosis, but leave with a little more peace in their heart. But all of them who enter our doors are greeted with love, understanding, at a place where they can be themselves and where they can find a little hope. Thank you so much for this award.
Congratulations to the Victory Center. Our final category is the Nonprofit Innovation Award. Our first finalist is Jenna Cross Lutheran Services Foundation for its Senior Connect program. The Senior Connect program works to improve seniors' quality of life to enable them to live healthy, independent lives at home with dignity and respect. They connect seniors with chronic health conditions to needed resources in their communities, such as unmet social and food insecurity, social isolation, and more that help negatively affect their health and ability to live independently at home. For its efforts to provide an opportunity for everyone to continue to live independently, the Jenna Cross Lutheran Services Foundation Senior Connect program is a finalist for the Innovation Award. Our second finalist this morning is the Hospital Council of Northwest Ohio and its Pandemic Response Innovation Program. The Hospital Council works behind the scenes to make sure that Northwest Ohio hospitals are prepared to respond to emergencies by coordinating planning and resources for the 18 county region's emergency efforts. We are pleased to announce Hospital Council of Northwest Ohio as a finalist. And our next finalist is the Toledo Cultural Arts Center, Valentine Theater, for the Valentine Storytime and Sessions program. Within a few months of closing the doors due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the staff created 2 new programs to engage the community in the arts, Sessions and Storytime at the Valentine. Both programs are filmed on the Valentine Theater stage, and they're available free of charge from their website. Sessions created a way to engage the community in the arts and connect local artists to audiences. And Storytime engaged Toledo's youth in the arts education program via a safe, professional platform. For this outstanding work, the Toledo Cultural Arts Center Valentine Theater is a finalist. And now it is my great pleasure to announce the winner of the Nonprofit Innovation Award this year, and it is the Toledo Cultural Arts Center Valentine Theater.
Hello, my name is Jory Jackson. I serve as the Executive Director for the Valentine Theater. We are so proud to have received the Innovation Award from the Greater Toledo Community Foundation. This is a thrilling time for us. With the changes that the performing arts venues have undergone since March 2020, so many things had to take place for us to remain relevant throughout the community. We realized that all that we could do would be to go to a virtual platform. And so we created 2 virtual programs, one called Storytime, which is community leaders reading pivotal and entertaining children's books to school children throughout the area, and another series called Sessions, which would be an opportunity to highlight local artists in a safe venue where we could broadcast their performances to the community at large, all of this being free of charge. We started this program last summer and reached out to community members who could, again, read for story time and provide literacy and arts opportunities for local educators, parents, and the students. Education is the linchpin of the Valentine mission. It's incredibly important that we maintain our relationship with students and children of all ages and family members, always nurturing that audience for tomorrow. We fight the challenges of children, always focused on technology. This was an opportunity for children to see live performances in a venue as beautiful as the Valentine. And it's not just for story time, it's not just readers. It was accompanied by theatrical programming that more carefully or much more highlighted the actual storyline being shared in the book. On a normal year, we would be hosting Valentine School Days, which brings in over 10,000 students into the building, anywhere from preschool through high school, to see national award-winning performers performing on our stage. All of our performances are accompanied with study guides so that there's an opportunity for teachers to link the Ohio Core Standards to everything that's taking place on our stage. It's arts programming, it's literature, it's opportunities for socialization, it's opportunities for cognitive development and a better understanding of literature from all over the world. So these programs are so important to us, and the opportunity to go with a virtual format this year and the response that was received was significant. Multiple thousands of hours were viewed of the 28 stories that were read, and again, free of charge on our website. I'm going to turn this over to Kelby, who can share more in depth who did the readings and the success of the program in terms of community and educational outreach.
Thank you, Jory. I'm Kelby Sodeman. I'm the development coordinator here at the Valentine Theater. And we, just like Jory, we are just thrilled to receive this award from the Greater Toledo Community Foundation and the Toledo Blade. One of the things we really loved about Storytime was the fact that we were able to bring in so many various people from the community to do readings. And we were really purposeful in making sure that we had a diverse body of people who were our readers, and also that the themes of our books were also diverse, because we really wanted to make sure that every student that was watching the show could see themselves on the screen and could envision a career for themselves by seeing the people in our community who have impacted our community and all of us so much. So again, we're so grateful for this award, and we're thrilled to have this. And we just want to thank everyone in the community who came forward to do a reading for Storytime, for all the organizations who have supported us financially for Storytime and for sessions, for the artists who we were able to showcase on sessions. And we're just so grateful to the Toledo community for supporting the Valentine through this very difficult time. Thank you.
Congratulations to Toledo Cultural Arts Center Valentine Theater. That concludes the award ceremony for this year. I will turn it back over now to Keith Burwell for a special drawing and some final thoughts.
First, we'd like to thank Sasha Bray and 13ABC for working with us to make this virtual program possible today. It just wouldn't be the same without Sasha. I have a couple of business items to cover before we end the program today. The Greater Toledo Community Foundation is happy to award one additional unrestricted grant this year for those of you who are watching the program, in the amount of $1,500. We ask that you register before in your attendance, and we are grateful for the audience we have viewing the celebration of today's award. The winner of this $1,500 grant for attending today's program goes to the Dyslexia Education Training Center. And finally, by now, all of you are familiar with Giving Tuesday, a national day of giving at the start of the holiday season. This year, the date is Tuesday, November 30th. Since 2012, Greater Toledo Community Foundation has supported and helped to promote Giving Tuesday in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. Greater Toledo Community Foundation, with the assistance from the Center for Nonprofit Resources, remains committed to supporting capacity building inside of our local nonprofit community. The investment of our dollars helps promote Giving Tuesday as a fundraising strategy that can be used on this day and throughout the year to benefit individual organizations within our community. Like past years, we are offering the chance for participating organizations to be awarded an unrestricted grant to support the mission of their organization. This year, one large organization and one small organization will be randomly chosen to receive a $5,000 grant. Tomorrow, October 29th, we will open the Intent to Participate survey, where we ask local nonprofits to register their intent to participate in Giving Tuesday, Northwest Ohio, before November 29th. This step is a prerequisite to qualify for the opportunity to win this $5,000 grant. Watch for the Center's e-newsletter and check the Greater Toledo Community Foundation's website for more information. This concludes today's program. Thank you all for tuning in today. And again, most importantly, thank you for the wonderful work you do for our community. Thank you.